Bro, y'all remember Totally Spies? Which one did you have a crush on? Okay, growing up, I always loved Sam. I don't know, something about the green suit, because green is my favorite color. The green suit, the red hair. I don't know what it was, but I thought she was just so fine when I was young. But now that I'm over, I'm honestly thinking I'm moving towards Clover. You know what I'm saying? She kind of bad. She is a little dumb, but it's all good. But she got that nice brown skin. She got that badass, you know what I'm saying, boy? But let me know which one was your favorite. Which one did you have a crush on growing up? Without further ado, let's get into it.
Wait, remember Totally
I
Spies?
sure
It was
do.
France and Canada's action-packed girl power show that starred
I
teenage
sure
girls
do.
Sam, Clover, and Alex,
Alex, bad.
and they're like totally spies. And you may know about this
Dude, I ain't gonna lie, that was good.
Sam, Clover,
That
and
was good.
Alex, and they're like totally
Totally
spies.
Spies. That was clever.
And you may know about this show, but I don't know
So
if you
good.
understand just how big this show was, how long it ran for, and oh boy,
Like 5
a
years?
surprise because the Spies may be returning once more.
No
It's
way.
both a
I don't
French
believe
and
it.
Canadian show, despite
Really?
the fact that it's set in the
English?
United States,
Oh,
Beverly Hills to be exact. And the three
Beverly
spies are
Hills.
stereotypical California girls. They're undeniable, with the typical
100%.
Valley Girl dialect and the deep love for all things material. They are assigned missions by the very serious and very British, the OG bruv Jerry Lewis, leader of WHOOP, the World Organization of Human Protection. WHOOP.
What? World Organization of Human Protection? That's what it's World Organization of Human Protection. That literally means their agency consists of people all across the world protecting humans. You know how strenuous, like they're literally police, like world police, literally.
Whoop, there it is. The girls travel across the globe, constantly getting into various predicaments, but in the end are able to save countless civilian lives and each other while still having time for their own lives as typical high school teenagers.
Loving boys
While each
and all
episode
that.
follows a very cohesive and somewhat predictable pattern, there are specific reasons it ran for as long as it did, and why it was such a huge phenomenon. So suit up, spies. Together we'll uncover the secret to why it had such a strong chokehold on an entire generation of young kids.
Oh,
That's me.
thank you.
Hell no. Ding ding.
Now a word from our sponsor.
Oh,
Before we jump-
congratulations on your
before
sponsor,
opening-
Jordan. Good work, bro. Get that
/Fringe
bag.
20. Thanks so much to Bespoke Post for sponsoring
Get
this
that
video.
bag.
Hello.
Spies
Hello,
were
Alex.
no doubt a hot topic. With the first movie of the Spy
Damn, she said, I'm getting out of
Spies
here.
were no doubt a hot
She said, nope, I'm not going to work today.
topic. With the first movie of the Spy Kids franchise releasing in 2001
Spy
and
Kids
Kim
was
Possible
so
making her
good. Kim
debut in
Possible, let's
2002.
go.
Inspired by both Clueless and James Bond, the creators
Ow.
David Michael and Vincent Calvin Demirse wanted to fuse the two concepts and make a show for girls. They noticed the
Oh, I wasn't the intended demographic then. Oops.
trend of pop culture being overtaken in a wave of femininity through pop sensations like Britney Spears and the Spice Girls. Female artists were dominating the market, but there were no shows on television to really reflect
capitalize
that.
on
It
it.
was oversaturated with shows marketed towards boys instead. In Michael's words, there were just princesses and ponies. Initially inspired by the
And all the men love the ponies.
concept of a girl band like the Spice Girls, similar to the concept of Hi
Puffy
Hi
Yami Yumi.
which later premiered in 2004.
Good shit.
The creators saw a very promising market and decided to pitch the idea for Totally Spies. Initially,
Good
no
ass
one
show.
was fully on board, with
course not.
networks predicting that it wouldn't be popular enough
sales.
with male audiences to justify the investment.
And boy, were they wrong.
But soon after, in October of 2000, Charlie's Angels premiered in theaters and suddenly, boom,
Everyone.
kick-butt female groups on the big
cool.
screen were all the rage. We can really only thank great timing for giving us the show we
Shout
have
out Bernie
today.
Mac.
They really uncovered a gold mine of an untapped market, with easily mass-produced goods coupled with the McDonald's Happy Meals toy phenomenon. Spy gadgets, branded clothing, makeup, comic books, and all
Holy
types of
crap.
computer and
Nice.
console games, like so many games. They made
Wow.
a killing. As a result, this show was further marketed so it spread internationally like wildfire. It was a smashing success and ran for a total of 6 seasons with 156 episodes and one movie.
156 episodes? Holy moly.
Movie released in 2009. And yes, you did hear me correctly, 156 episodes. In addition, there was also a crossover episode with the TV show Martin Mystery, a show that I will probably cover soon if you want to see that, as well as a spin-off show called The Amazing Spies, which ran from 2009 to 2012, in which the girls make an appearance there. Creator David Michaels said that he
hold on, they're looking kind of bad.
To 2012, in which the girls make
look at you, Alex, such a fine. Look at you, girl.
An appearance there. Creator David Michaels said that
look at her, so goddamn sexy.
He wasn't necessarily surprised by its success.
It's a cartoon.
But of the success with a male audience, as the show's popularity was pretty evenly split between both demographics.
Really?
If you're wondering why that may be, in order
to
answer that question, we'll have to take a look at the darker side of Totally Spies.
Good angle.
Wait, hold on. Don't tell me this is gonna get weird.
I think of that.
Totally Spies.
Don't tell me this is gonna get weird.
Totally Spies.
Whatever.
On Cartoon Network.
Now, this is a more delicate subject, but it's an important conversation to have nonetheless, so I'll try to intellectualize this phenomenon to the best of my ability, which means I'll be using big science words. In the 2010s, with the rise of the internet, fan forums like Reddit, Tumblr, and all those quirky community-driven online spaces were growing even bigger than ever before. So naturally, many began to get together to discuss the shows that we all grew up watching, sharing fan art, fan fiction, and just in general bonding over our own experiences.
Where does it get weird?
There was a common trope that arose within the discussion of Totally Spies. A lot of people had started to bond over their attraction to these three girls.
I mean, it's normal? I mean, at this point, we were turning into teenagers, so.
Why don't you have a seat right over there, please?
Oh, shit, man. Oh, man. He got my ass.
Meaning from when they were young themselves.
Yes, exactly. I was still young. I was turning into a teenager. It was okay. Like, even now, I'm like, damn, Alex bad. It's not like I care. Like, it's a fucking cartoon.
There was a reason why the show was just as popular with young men. Many people online having these discussions realized that a lot of awakenings happened thanks to this show and its themes.
Not just Totally Spies, bro. Kim Possible. Y'all remember Kim Possible when she was in her prom dress? Boy, Kim was bad. And Ron got my boy Ron. Ron tore that yes, sir.
For me,
I mean, and she go bad too. God damn.
Me, it was
yes! Exactly! Exactly, bro! Exactly! Exactly! Yes! Yes, bro! Yeah, exactly. Look, I have not seen this video, but you cannot tell me, like, around this age, bro, Kim was looking bad. You like, damn, she looking good. And you don't even really know why, because you're still a kid, but you're like, oh, she look really good, and I don't know why. Like, man, look, man. Look, man, it's just cartoons. It's just a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Shigo.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, I did not mean to pause on
that. For my Kim
I did not mean to pause on that. Wait, what we were talking about Shigo? What?
To this show and its themes. For me, it was Shigo.
Facts.
But we'll save that for my Kim.
Kim was bad too. Not just Shigo, but Kim. Look, emo girls were fucking bad, bro. You got Shigo, you got that girl from Danny Phantom. Oh, I can't remember her name, but she was bad too. You got the girls from Total Drama Island, bro. They was bad too. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, around that time, like, I was like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you know what I'm saying? You looking at these females like, damn, they really bad out here.
Possible video later this year. But everyone was struck by the consistency and variety of circumstances that resulted in a multitude of very specific situations visualized. Many believe that it's not purely coincidental that Michael and Calvin de Mercé knew what kind of content they were creating when they constantly put these three girls in these unique
bro, they just get sucked into random
content they were creating when they
I 100% remember the one where they were at the water fountain and then like they were talking about, oh, I don't want to use the water fountain, and then like they just got sucked into work, and they're like, oh my
They constantly
god. And I remember one episode they were mad as hell at Jerry. They're like, Jerry,
put these
we're supposed to be off of school.
three girls in these unique circumstances. But watching the entire show,
Ouch.
it became very obvious that because it's marketed towards young girls, the methods of superheroing aren't like what you would see in shows marketed to boys. Other shows would use explosions, nunchucks, car chases, laser guns. Instead,
But they did that. They used like nunchucks and gadgets, and not really explosions, but they used the gadgets.
we are given
The lipstick, the laser lipstick, that shit's cold.
fun and creative villains like ones that want to destroy shopping malls, create dolls
Lame.
that control people's minds, or use
Really?
bubblegum as a weapon, among other things like
I don't remember
hairbrushes, lipsticks, and mirrors. Rather,
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the gadgets were cool as hell though. Like the laser lipstick, you had the powder thingy with the, you know what I'm saying? Like it was kind of cool. The jetpacks, and they all had cool names.
things that are associated
There was like the Get Pack backpack or something like that.
with young femininity are used to tell the story and make it more
was so
marketable to young
cool.
girls,
It was
similar
cool.
to selling toys to boys for action cartoons. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate the suspicion of an ulterior motive severely discredited the show, because
Really?
it did play an incredibly important role in the portrayal of femininity in mainstream media. Although there are clear arguments to be made about the ridiculous amount of situations and suggestive themes that may point to other things.
Look, man, I need some examples. Like, damn, what the hell? What is that hairline? And where is Sam's hair? And what? See, this is why you don't pause on like primitive animation, bro. What the hell is this? Anyways, like, I need some example. Like, you keep talking about this. Let me get some examples, homie.
The girls are never forced to change the way they speak or dress after becoming spies, though. In fact, these aspects are embraced and thematically leaned into quite heavily. Their knowledge on fashion, makeup, and
They have good outfits. I don't know.
personal skills is what ends up saving the day, and on many occasions, all of humanity. Like mentioned earlier, this show was a massive hit, not just in a few places, but in roughly 160 territories around the
That
world.
is a
Literally
lot.
a global phenomenon.
Yeah.
And in the show, they go on missions to stop new, weird, or maniacal evildoers who want
Oh,
to
they had
destroy
good-
or
damn,
take
get 'em,
over
Alex.
the world. Some form of revenge, yada yada, but the girls always find a way to take them down with an arsenal of gadgets that in most
jetpack
cases
backpack.
theoretically couldn't work. But in the world of cartoons, they sure do.
They sure
Personally, I really enjoyed this show growing up. Shocker. To be fair, I also grew up with the Powerpuff Girls.
Okay, so he said there was a dark spot about the history. So, like, come on, can I get some example? What are you talking about, bro?
Another kick butt trio,
Powerpuff
and
Girls
I
is the
always
shit,
looked at this as
100%.
the slightly more grown up version because it looks like this
Yeah.
rather than this.
Yeah.
And please don't take that statement as me dissing on this. I
Nobody, no, nobody disrespects Powerpuff Girls.
think this is still pretty
Nobody.
rad. It was
Yeah.
just a weird brain association thing.
Makes sense. I mean, three girls, kicking butt, saving the world.
3 different colorfully themed crime fighters and 3 different colorfully themed crime fighters.
Yeah,
It just
yes.
made sense for my brain back then, okay? So much outside media was generated from this franchise. Literally a grocery store list of games, a McDonald's CD-ROM game, a mobile game back in 2005, a Game Boy Advance game, a bunch of regular PC games. This one, Totally Party, also came out on the PS2 and the Wii. The
I remember
Nintendo
the Wii.
DS had a handful of games as well, but you can't forget Totally Spies Spy Chess. Now this is epic. There were comics and books and oh my god, look
Y'all remember Mandy? I hated her. Nasty Mandy and her little laugh.
at all this stuff.
Hated that
Clothes, shampoo, bags.
Yeah, but when
Is
we
that
gonna
all
get
this
into the dark
stuff?
part?
No, not just here in the US where I'm at, but all over the world with different territories licensing out large arrays of vastly different items.
Lots of merch.
All right, before I get lost in even more of the world of toys, let's get back on track with the show. In the
Yeah.
series, the spies are
Wait,
never
okay.
taken less seriously on missions because of their girly habits and ways of speaking. Even the title, Totally Spies, not only embraces this aspect of their personalities, but fuses it with the traditional, opposing darker themes associated with masculine action hero subjects. I would argue that this show is similar to Clueless and Legally Blonde in terms of the
Never
impact
seen
it had on societal expectations of young women, by being an open door for them to find power in embracing feminine deemed aspects of their personality.
Anime. I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe because I'm not into the whole like feminist and like Like, growing up, I just saw it as a TV show. I just didn't see it more as like, oh, women should be like this or boys should act like this. I just saw it as a TV show. But I guess that's part of the programming. You don't know what you're watching until like you grow up and then you start acting out these tropes or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say either, but whatever. I don't know.
Femininity is a
Let me know.
vast
Tell me about the femininity, Mel.
concept explored in all three of our main characters. They all fall under that girly girls category, but bring different things to the table completely and complement each other very well.
They're girly girls, but they still kick ass. I don't understand the issue.
We have Sam, voiced by Jennifer Hale, the iconic redhead with a green suit. She is acknowledged as the mom of the group. Out of the three, she seems to keep a clear head on most of the time, which lets her fall into the position as unofficial leader of the group. She's incredibly loyal, but also has faults, which is important when we're realistically talking about teenagers. Although she is more mature than Clover and Alex, she's still prone to
I think
jealousy.
that's why I also liked her, because I was like, that's Sam. Like, she's the leader. She's in charge. Like, I don't know. I always thought that was cool.
Clover, voiced by Andrea Baker.
Clover was just like, oh, I gotta have the greatest clothes. I have the most fashion. I have to get the cutest boys.
Is the flirty blonde who wears a red suit. Out of the three of them, she seems to have the most passion and enthusiasm for style, appearance, and of course, boys. Clover is more prone to evil, villainous attacks, constantly being the one separated from the group or targeted. But despite her preoccupation with the things important to her high school life, like future dates and her nemesis Mandy, she proves time and time again that she is dedicated to her missions and her friends. She makes room for both lives and juggles them as well as she can.
And she normally chooses like herself until like it's like a in danger situation. She's like, okay, I'll go save my friends.
Alex, voiced by Katie Leigh in seasons 1 and 2, and then by Katie Griffin for the rest of the series, is the most athletic of the group, who sports a black bob hairstyle and a yellow suit. Despite her childish nature, she serves as a really valuable peacekeeper of the group. She has some perceived masculine aspects to her personality, but still, much like Clover, she does tend to develop crushes and fawn over boys quite a lot. Jerry, well, he does his best to keep up with the girls and their lives as he makes sure they're focused for their missions that he hands out to them. He is voiced by Jeff Harnell in the first 2 seasons and Adrian Tross for the rest of the series. The Spies' personalities really shine.
Wait, so we're not going to talk about the robot that Jerry ended up, I don't know if there was like some type of love chemistry. I felt it as a kid, but you could watch it again and like be like, nah, it's just a robot that has a female voice.
Through the choice of outfits that the girls get to express themselves with. And of course, the 2 male creators had to outsource some help in this subject. French fashion consultant Promostill was paid a whooping
100%. I understand where they got this fashion from. Like, this is high fashion. Like, these outfits are ridiculous. Ain't no way these high school girls got these types of outfits.
$80,000 to design over 1,000 outfits for the girls. They sometimes have multiple wardrobe changes per episode, which is unusual for a cartoon, but shows the production team's dedication to the typical teen girl mentality. This is something that is utilized later in cartoons like The Winx Club in 2004.
Oh, I love The Winx Club. I never got into the
Bratz in 2005. But just to emphasize that point again, every episode they had different clothes for 156 episodes. That is single-handedly one of the most impressive feats I've ever seen in the animation space. While the visual concept for Sam, Clover, and Alex is inspired by
Man, I ain't gonna lie, Alex got the
visual concept for Sam
drip. Look at that. She got the sleeveless hoodie with the pink belt. Got the go-go boots. Are these go-go boots? I don't know. She got the boots with the red stockings, and boy, she dripped out with the blue jeans. She got the swag.
Clover and Alex is inspired by Japanese anime and resulting in a general look that is a fusion with Western animation. The visuals and design of the show itself is heavily stylized. The animation team frequents the 1970s counterculture flower power era, a style that was making a resurgence in the early 2000s with young girls. Flowery, pink, and glittery married with futuristic yet organic mid-century modern architectural accents are both tributes to the ginormous SoCal villas that they would be living in, and a rejection of highbrow classical European architecture or cold and lifeless minimalism.
Basically, they dress good.
It's just so fun. Think Alec Russo's furry hot pink wallpaper
Never
or
seen
Carly's flammable gummy bear lamp.
like
Yeah,
Carly.
that vibe. It captured the style and design that every tween girl in the world craved at that time,
Hey.
or at least what was marketed that they should want. I mean, I still wouldn't say no to a gummy bear lamp myself. I mean, how could that go wrong?
This bedside table lamp started the fire.
Yeah, that's how. I think there are so many interesting ways the creators could adapt these styles to our modern 2020s aesthetics. Embracing the campiness of the previous design, but with a new flair would be so interesting. And it's just something we may get to see. Lucky for us, on the beautiful, beautiful day of January 8th, 2022, past storyboard artist for the show, Thomas Struck, broke the news on
Learn that there's a new season of Totally Spies in the making. What? This will be very interesting. I don't know how much of a budget they would have, but they had such a tremendous, um, such a tremendous. Dang, I literally forgot what I was about to say, but like worldwide, they're a phenomenon. Like the budget, the budget on the first show was a lot. I don't know how much the budget would be nowadays. It probably have to be more, but
Twitter
that's
that the
kinda cool.
show will be returning for a 7th season sometime in 2023. Revived
dope.
by Discovery Kids and Gully, a French broadcaster, we'll get to see our 3 favorite spies
Is it on
back in
Netflix?
action. And I'm not talking Looney Tunes. While the show ceased production for no particular reason other than its
They just
long run of
finished.
6 seasons,
Yeah, they
the
just wanna
reason for the
finish it.
revival is not confirmed either. When asked about a possible show revival in a MegaCon panel in 2017, the voices of Sam, Clover, and Alex all agreed
It's Sam Alex Clover, not Sam Clover Alex.
that they would be 100% down to do a revival, but they had no power in whether or not it would get a green light. They advised the panel goers and any fans in general to email, tweet, and reach out to their networks to let it be known that a reboot
they're
is something
interested.
a lot of people want to see.
If you guys email and tell them you want it, then there is.
Everybody email.
Email, tweet.
Totally Spies.
Scouring Twitter, I
trying
found
to get their old jobs back.
so many popular tweets with thousands of likes
Dang,
and
that's
retweets
dope.
about the show. So the pressure fans were applying must have been felt by someone. So are you excited for the reboot? What would you like to see most in the coming season or series? Also,
If they were gonna remake the series, it'd be definitely interesting to see the new villains and what their takes on trying to take over the world would be. Would they be like some type of NFT or crypto villain? Guaranteeing it.
what are your thoughts on the
Will it
main
be
show
good?
itself
I
in
don't
general? Did you find yourself a fan of the original run of Totally
100% was a
Spies?
fan,
I'd love
dude.
to
I
hear what
love
you
this
think
show.
about it in the comments. Thanks so
Love
much
this
for
show.
watching.
I hope you watch this video, Jordan, and you understand my comments and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a great video, man. I always hit the like on the Jordan French video. With all that being said, I mean, I already said everything I needed to say. Did you guys enjoy Totally Spies? Of course you did. I mean, you're watching this video, which is a reaction to a Totally Spies video. Of course you like Totally Spies. But how did you feel growing up watching them? Were you like, oh man, I'm starting to like girls more? Or maybe if you're homosexual, you're like, man, I could see myself wearing these types of outfits. You know, let me know. It's your boy Miss. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.